Alright, so 2K just did something I honestly did not expect from them at all. First off, I think we can all say 2K20 isn't the best 2K. I could be more harsh, but okay, let's just put it at that, right? But yeah, we were dealt a pretty bad hand. Honestly, with the game that we got on release day, I don't think there was so much they could do. Like, yeah, they could have given us a new neighborhood or something, but like, were they gonna do that? No. So I don't think there was that much they actually realistically would have done to the game to make it that much better from the game we got at launch. And I guess they know this. Like, it feels like every year we're always complaining about 2K not listening to the community because they make pretty questionable decisions with their games. Whoever's idea was to put the same neighborhood, or for Ronnie to lie about it.
That's not the neighborhood.
I guess as a result of this, 2K has been sending out surveys to, I guess, select people. I don't really know how it's worked for people. Let me know if you've got one in the comments. So I personally did not get one. Dignify did. Like, they're emailing this to people. As you guys can see right here, the first thing it says is, we want to hear from you. And it's a good length of a survey. It's not like one of those Mike Wang Twitter polls that are kind of pointless or whatever. So I actually find this really interesting because it's 2K asking us what we want to see, their perspective of what they think we think. I don't know if that makes the most sense, but also we're probably going to get some hints about 2K21, and what I answer, or just what the general like 2K community answers with this survey will probably affect that game. You have to think at least the next gen game does not come out for 4 months, and knowing 2K, they're definitely not even close to done with it yet. So it says, as we continue to support the NBA 2K series, we value feedback from our most important players. So I guess I'm not one of their most important players. Dignify is. Pain. Then a bunch of other stuff, but the big button says start the survey, so let's start it. We're gonna do this together. I mean, I'm gonna answer it personally, but I'm genuinely interested to see what is on this. I don't know if you guys remember, but in 2K18, which is also arguably the worst 2K of all time, they did something like this as well. The survey was way shorter though, but apparently this was like a good in-depth survey about 2K20. Okay, where do you live? North America. How many years have you been playing 2K? 5+? I kind of feel old. And I've played every single one of the 2Ks listed on this, which is good. I mean, I guess they want to see our perspective first. Like, if you've only played 2K20 or like 19 and 20, your perspective on how 2K is a little skewed. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of feel bad for you. That means you've never played a 2K with like parks, affiliations, rival day, stuff like that. What's your preferred platform? You guys know I've played every single one of these this year. I would say PlayStation 4. You do play that. And what other platforms have you played 2K on in the past? Okay, all of this, right? So that was like 5 questions, and this is like only 8% of the survey. What is your current NBA 2K20 yeah, I'm just so weird. They call it my rep now. Like, who actually rep, right? Oh, I just realized what that question is. Technically, I'm still an all-star, right? I'm all-star 3 on my main account. I don't ever play on it. Actually, let me go on my channel. Top row of videos here, my last 6, none of those were on my main account. And if you want to look at the 2 rows below that, only 1 and like a quarter of those are my account. The flight one, and then like part of the 2K on every console video, which is actually wild. So those of you who make fun of my rep, that's why. I guess I'm technically not a legend because it's not my own account. Oh no! Oh my gosh! I feel like this is actually targeted towards me. I mean, it's obviously not. First, they're asking for my rep, which is you guys make fun of a lot. Maybe I'll hit Superstar 1. Should I stream when I hit Superstar 1, guys? All right. How many my player builds have you created? This is the perfect question for me, right? Because definitely 6+, but it's more like 60+. Which my player mode do you play the most often? Park, right? The fact that my player nation's even on here. Okay, how many seasons have you? Oh my gosh. I guess this means like how many seasons you've played my career on this year, and I guess it's 3+. Technically, I did grind a lot of builds, a lot of badges. I guess maybe not 3 seasons on 1 player. Oh, okay, here we go. Here's the juicy questions. This is only 15% through the survey. All right, how often do you visit the neighborhood? Oh, by the way, I didn't even acknowledge this. Thank you guys for 20K on the second channel. Shout out to everybody, like I say, in 2 Noti gangs. See, the second channel is where we really get to talk, you know, go in depth. I'm going to answer this honestly. It is between daily and weekly. I don't get on every day, maybe like 3 times a week, because I'm usually just working on videos, like editing, stuff like that. So obviously I'd get on when I'm recording, but never, imagine. I don't know which one I answer, to be honest. All right, I guess I'll just say daily. But you can tell they want to know like if people have just stopped playing the game. Like, I'm sure they email this to some people that maybe don't play on their my players that much anymore. They can see that. Why do you visit the neighborhood? Ooh, get in depth. To play part games, to play my career and my player nation games, to do the day. Yo, you know what's crazy, guys? I'm going to be completely honest. I have not done the daily spin since September, like the 2nd week of the game or something. Because the rewards on it, if you're not like elite something, are just terrible, right? And then if I'm already legend on Clyonics account. Like, he's already won all this stuff. And I'm not gonna do his daily spin for him either, because he probably wants to do it himself. We have 2 more options though, to socialize with friends. That's kind of sad if that's what you do, socialize, but hey, I don't judge you. I stay in my house a lot too. And to find new cosmetics. That's basically like me hopping on and going on YouTube and doing NBA 2K20 best drippy outfits. I didn't type that in right, and then like just doing this all day just to play park games, right? I mean, I guess I go in the neighborhood to make builds, but that's not an option, because it feels like more times than not, every time I get on the neighborhood, it's with a new build. How often do you visit one of the 4 in-game storefronts in the neighborhood? Okay, this is actually a good question. So I think the reason they're asking this is because they're considering, obviously, not only based on our feedback already, but just based on, I don't know, maybe logistics, getting rid of the neighborhood. Like, I think we've all communicated to 2K that affiliations are a lot better. There's 3 environments, and the problem with the neighborhood, at least in 19 and 20, is that you put people that are literally just standing there and, I don't know, making drippy outfits or like socializing, whatever, mixed with the people that actually want to play park, and then there's a huge issue with people not getting games. I haven't complained about that much recently, just because I'm always on a legend account now. I'm playing with Dignify, he has a logo, like stuff like that, but that was literally all I complained about at the beginning of the year, and I know tons of people still have that problem. There's also other issues with the neighborhood too, but I think that's an important question that they're asking, and if I'm gonna answer this honestly, less than weekly, like in between weekly and monthly, right? Because I don't make drippy fits all day. Wheels, like, I don't care about that. 80% of the time on Clyonics account, and like he's already bought every outfit or whatever, so I just go in the closet. I don't have to buy fits. I'm gonna say monthly, I'm not gonna lie. Better to lean towards that, because then it kind of gives them, oh, like we don't have to put all these neighborhood stuff or whatever. You're like basically telling them like, no, we don't want another neighborhood. What motivates you to visit? Oh my, yo, so this is literally what I expected. I haven't taken this, by the way, I wouldn't do that, but this is clearly hinting at the fact that 2K21 is not gonna have a neighborhood, at least I guess on next gen. I don't know what they're gonna do on current gen, because they usually get lazy with that. Like, they got lazy this year, but they genuinely want to know people's thoughts on this, because of a lot of people are answering like no, or just in a negative manner towards the neighborhood in these questions. They're not gonna have as much incentive to put that into the next year's game. If I want to be completely honest, the #1 reason I visit neighborhood storefronts is to like buy a jersey to cosplay or something. So I guess looking to change my outfit. What motivates you the most to customize your My Player? Oh my, why are they asking so many outfit questions? We need, I guess the gameplay question is gonna be in the end, I hope. Again, the answer would be to cosplay, but that's not on there, so I don't know. Coordinating outfits with my friends, because that's technically what cosplaying is like closest to. You guys know the bad fits I put on. How often do you like to see brand new My Player cosmetics released in the neighborhood? Why do we care so much about the cosmetics? Okay, if you don't answer all year long, then I don't know what you're doing. Any opportunity to have year-long content is always a yes. I hope this is the only page that just talks pretty much exclusively about clothes. All right, how satisfied are you with the rotation frequency for branded apparel drops in the neighborhood? I don't really care. I could not care less. How satisfied are you with the availability for branded apparel? Stop asking about clothes. How often should limited time apparel drops be rotated back in the store for players who missed them the first time? I guess it depends on how many there are. I don't care. You guys tell I don't care. Okay, I didn't read these correctly, so that's why I already answered them. Did you buy a vehicle in 2K19? I'm pretty sure I did. I was a higher rep then. I actually don't even remember that well. Have you bought a vehicle in 2K20? No, I haven't. I'm not that high of a rep, and they're all recycled, right? So it doesn't really matter. Ooh, okay. Why have you not bought a vehicle? Exclusive question. Virtual currency costs us too high. Yeah, that's another reason, but I'm just gonna say they're all recycled. Next. What are these questions? There better be some more. I mean, we're not even halfway through the survey yet, so this is good, but how many pairs of shoes do you typically buy for your My Player each season? I don't know, 1? How often do you buy new shoes for your My Player? I don't. It's usually just for cosplaying, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, how do you typically learn about in-game shoe releases? Is this the thing? Do people really care about the in-game shoe releases? I'm just gonna say 2K social media, even though absolutely nobody talks about that at all. What factor matters most when you're getting shoes in the game? I would just say color, because it's usually just for cosplaying. How many shoes have you created in the shoe creator 1 to 5? Because they forced me to in my career. How often do you change shoes? Whenever the mood strikes. Yeah. All right, we're getting through all the clothes and shoes questions, please. How many clothing and apparel items do you typically buy for your My Player each year? Probably 50 plus. How often do you buy new apparel? I don't know, when I make a new build. This is why people make drippy outfit videos, because this many people care that much. I know you guys don't care that much. You care about gameplay, neighborhoods, builds, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Not this. I will be very disappointed if They make me take this whole survey to answer 90% of the questions about clothes. Like when they start talking about the neighborhood and stuff like that, I thought that was a good idea. How do I typically learn about this? Honestly, is neighborhood billboards, but don't want to answer with neighborhoods. So I'm just gonna say social media. How satisfied am I with limited time apparel releases? I don't care. Apparel releases don't matter much to me. How likely would you be to visit the neighborhood storefronts if multiple brands released at once versus one brand at a time? I don't care. No change. Okay. What factor influenced you to not buy items that you were interested in? Cost too much. VC. Always take the opportunity for 2K to tone down the VC, man. How often do you search for information about the... Oh my gosh. I actually think I know what this is. And this question basically gives it away. How often do you search for information about different brands that show up in the game? So basically, this survey is all like a scheme, or I don't know about a scheme, but what it looks like is going on here is that this survey that they're presenting as, we want to hear from you, we want to like blah, 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 especially, you know, basically taking advantage of the fact that they put out a bad game and like giving people the opportunity to, I guess, voice their opinion, which they don't even normally do. People are like, oh, I'm going to take this survey, yay. And then, you know, they start off with, you know, pretty general questions, which kind of makes sense, you know what I mean? Like you would want to get information, or like you would want to understand somebody's perspective before they answer like 100 questions, or I don't know, what's this, like 50 questions? But then they just start asking about all these brands way too much, because what I think is happening is that this has nothing to do with them actually caring about making the game better. This all has to do with their sponsorships with these brands. If you look at the question after that, it says, which brands in 2K20 so far this year did you recognize without doing any research? So they're doing this not to like get our actual feedback about the next game. They're just trying to get all of these brands that I guess paid them to be in 2K to re-sign their sponsorships for next year, or I don't know if it's a multi-year contract or whatever. So then if you're like, oh, when 2 hours set, I've never heard of that, and I may or may not get flamed for that, but when 2 hour sets in the 2K store, man, I'm always gonna look that up and buy all their products and this and that because 2K put it in the game. That's what this is about, which is honestly really embarrassing. I mean, that's what it at least looks like. We're okay, that isn't even correct, but I guess we're like 60-70% through the survey. I really hope that's not what it is, but that's what it looks like with them kind of sneaking this question. Like, this is the most important question in the survey, and I'm gonna answer honestly, never. Did I buy a backpack or any of that? No, I can't. I'm only All-Star 3. And what do I think of mascot costumes? Okay, I think they add to the experience, definitely. Looks like it's going in the right direction, but we'll see. Next page. How often do you change tattoos? I don't put on tattoos. Clionic sure does though. His whole body's like one big tattoo. How old am I? Okay, oh wait, I don't have to answer these? Okay, we're gonna say we're 31 and we prefer not to answer. That is so sad. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna lie, that's a huge L from 2K. I'm actually very disappointed in them. Even the 2K18 survey was better. It was shorter, but it was asking questions like, oh, why did you stop playing 2K18 or something? It was like Fortnite or like VC gameplay, something like that, right? In the 50 question survey that they present as, we want to hear from you, knowing that people are gonna actually want to answer this because the game is the game. It's just a bunch of BS questions that all lead up to like the most important one that's only gonna matter to them because of their little brand sponsorships in the freaking apparel store, which is this right here, and then I guess this as well. There's definitely people that work for 2K that I really mess with, you know what I'm saying? But just stuff like this, it's not good. It really shows what 2K is still all about, which is honestly a bad sign. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I've been saying on the main channel, I'm gonna start posting on here a lot more, so make sure you guys sub up, turn on noties. 100K grind on the second channel. And if you missed the last video I dropped on this channel, it's on the screen right now. Make sure you guys go check it out. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.